Hello there, this is Dan from Encore Motor Cars. I'm going to take a quick walk around this 2015 E-Class 350 sedan. And Designo red with the silk beige interior, 9,700 miles on it. And this car has been well cared for. Has a nice clean history and is in pristine condition inside and out. No accident history, no any kind of damage or anything that we had to look after. It just came in this very nice condition from the private customer that traded this car. And they have a behavior of trading their cars frequently, more frequently than most. And every couple of years they get something new. And they got actually a 2016 model car with hardly any miles on it, and they do that once a year, or maybe once every 2 years. But it's got the some nice equipment on here, including the sport package with the AMG wheels, and it's got the Premium 1 package. I'm just going to cover some of the equipment real quick here. I've got the copy of the window sticker here, and I'll leave that in front of me here while we cover it, just to go over the equipment that this car is. This is just a copy of the equipment that came with the car. I'll hold it down on a little bit of wind going here, guys, so just hold it down here for a quick minute. We've got the Designo red, which was a $1,080 option, and the burl walnut wood trim. We'll be looking at that in a second. Premium 1 with the Command package is $4,380. It's got all season tires with standard equipment on that package. Rear deck spoiler, which is part of the sports, well, a lot of the sport suspension cars have that. $350 for that. The comfort box, which is in the back, I'll show you. Rear view camera, 3-spoke sport steering wheel. It's got the sport steering wheel, and it has the sport package lowered suspension, sport suspension, which is nice for handling. Beige roof liner, which is just you have to pick your color there. 18-inch AMG wheels. Those are an upgrade. Harman Kardon Logic 7 surround system, very nice. Heated seats, keyless go, which is allows you to put the button in the place where you put the key and start with a button. The lane tracking package, blind spot A, which is the up here on the mirror. I'm not sure if you can see that triangle right there, up there and there. That's the front camera. That it keeps track of the lane so that you don't. If you get off track on your lane, it'll provide feedback through your steering wheel and some other noises, audible sounds to get you to get back on track. That's a nice feature going on long trips. And that's pretty much it for the equipment. That's the Premium Package 1 really contains a lot of nice equipment, including the Command drive on the console. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. We're going to keep looking at the exterior, and I'll touch on each one of these points of equipment if I can, and I'll try to keep it quick. First thing I want to talk about is the exterior finish, and the paint on the car is in really beautiful condition. Obviously you can tell the car's been in the garage, and I'm going to get a close-up of the front sections of this car, and I looked at it closely, rubbed my hands over it before I left the dealership to come down the street here to get away from the noise and the hustle and bustle down there. And there's a couple of little, very superficial little spots here that I would plan on touching up for whoever buys the car. But I wanted to show you the car before we covered anything up, and it really isn't required at all. It's very superficial. Down here, this is in a clear coat, this thing, and I could probably get that off there. It's coming off now. There's no issues as far as any major damage at all here. A lot of this stuff just comes off when I touch it. It's just a little dust. And then if there's any spots, if you decide you want to get this car, if there's any spots that you would like us to just brush touch, we do have the correct color Designo paint that we can apply to those little very superficial small parts. 9,700 miles. You shouldn't expect a lot of really any kind of wear on it, and this car does not disappoint. It's in very nice condition. Let's get a close-up of the wheels now and see that the wheels are not damaged. The tires are in fantastic condition, Continental Pro contact tires, the top of the line Continental, and those are the ones that are installed on the car originally. Again, these tires and wheels have more of a chance of getting damaged because they're on the curb side of the car, where they are more apt to getting exposed to the harshness of the curbs and so forth on that side of the road. This side is usually a non-problem. You can see that the wheels are really pretty. They've got like a metallic finish in between. It's a gray metallic finish, and they are 18-inch wheels. You can see also, while I'm down here looking at the lower sections, you can see along the edge here, this is a sport design. They've got that kind of exaggerated scooped or scalloped look of the bottom of the body lines there, and that's part of the sport package, as well as the front end is, and these oversized wheels, or at least upgraded wheels from the standard wheels, AMG. This one doesn't have any damage either. On the mirrors, there is a very, this is the only thing I saw in the whole car. Looks like this is something so incidental that this little black spot has a little mark where maybe it looks like that might have went up against a garage door or something at one time, but it didn't really do any permanent damage, just a little mark there. And I'm not sure if that might be taken off with a little bit of compound. But the lenses and obviously, you know, this car is almost brand new. So you'd expect all these bright spots and emblems and so forth to be like brand new, and that's exactly what you got. So let's get back into the interior of the car, and I'll quickly go over. This is a nicer beige color than, in my opinion, everybody's got their own opinion of this color in this E-Class. I think than the almond beige. It's just a little, I don't know, it's a little classier looking, I guess, especially with the two-tone steering wheel, top part of the dashboard, and the top part of the door panels as well. This is all sorts of different kinds of woods that you can get. The simulated wood that you can get with Mercedes, and this is a really classy one. It's like a darker finish, not the brighter burl wood, but I like the contrast between that and the interior. And it's like a dark chocolate brown, the steering wheel and the top of the dash. I think it's really a good combination with, especially with that Desenio red. Just quickly looking at the steering wheel for any kind of scuffs, fingernail marks, none of that's happening here. Everything's in just like new condition. And I've got, wanted to show you that I've got a set of books here. This is, by the way, the car, if you look at the bottom of the decal sticker here, $64,110 was the sticker price in the car. I've got the full set of books. Got a set of the copy of the Carfax in here. And I just wanted to show that I do have both sets of keys that came with the car here. And the keyless go does permit you to put a little button in the keyhole right here. So instead of putting this key in there, you can actually put a silver button that actually is the full size of this, so that it just says start stop on the end of it. We have those in stock. I can put one in there. It plugs right in there, and as long as you have the keyless go, you can hit the button and it will start. As long as the key is within close proximity of the car, it'll allow you to do that. 97.71 for the mileage. Let me turn the air conditioning fan down here a little bit. And the stereo off. That Harman Kardon stereo system is fantastic. It's the Logic 7 surround system, 2015. Very nice system. Great bass and high end. Really good for all kinds of different music varieties, but especially on the stuff that you jazz settings and so forth that require a full spectrum of frequency and sound. The gauge cluster is nice and simple on this. The analog gauges, just simple, straightforward. It does have a feature in the center that you can flip by hitting some steering wheel positions here and change it around some. You do have that, I just flipped that menu bar up by scrolling over here. You can see the trip and the Navi, and there's all sorts of different functions that you can have up here in the steering wheel. And then here with the stereo system navigation and backup camera. It does have the command control down here, and it's real straightforward, fairly easy. It's this joystick that actually turns to the right or left, and it also moves up and down, back and forth, and you can see that it's doing all sorts of has all sorts of different functions here. Video, there's no disc, you can actually do a video here. Phone, setting up your phone there. Audio, you've got the audio system down here, and you can go down here and choose the different kinds of radio. HD radio, it does have the satellite radio feature as well. And the system basically is just in rest position with the clock there, that right there. I can get into this more, or I can send you a video. Just quickly show you the way that the navigation looks. Very very nice looking, simple design of the navigation system. Tells you where you are, and unless you're trying to get to a destination, it's easily programmable into that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drop it into reverse and show you that the reverse camera, how that works. Also, it has the warning system with the beeps that the frequency intensifies as you near an object. So I don't want to get into a whole how-to video at this point. Just want to show you that it's got some of the nice features. The E-Class in 2015 also has the shift paddles down here that you can use to shift the transmission manually if you want to have a little fun with the car. It does have the sport package with the suspension package, something that's not necessary to enjoy the car, but does enhance the driving dynamics of the car quite well. And the 4Matic system with the sport suspension, you can drive in wet weather, slippery weather, and still really kind of feel confident driving through that kind of weather without having to modify your behavior to a degree that is I think you know what I'm saying. Anyway, taking a quick ride in the car to show how nice and quiet it is in here. And it's just a really great car, other than those little stone chips in the front, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a condition report of the car, let me just clarify, excuse me, as I buckle my seatbelt. The front of the car has some two, as a matter of fact, is all I saw, was two little spots that I put my hands on the front earlier in the video. That's it. I went around the wheels, tires. The rear bumper has no damage, or has never backed into anything or been ran into by anybody or anything. The front bumpers also the same on there. Just a couple of little road debris chips in the very front that are super small. I mean, the end of a Bic pen, really. It's not even a Sharpie sized spot there. And I'll just quickly tell you about our dealership here. We are full service. We have a Mercedes factory trained technician, one of the best in town. Most of the non-warranty work that people that are from around here that know where to go with their Mercedes bring their car here, so they don't have to pay the exorbitant labor fees with a skilled technician here at the dealership. It used to be the facility for the BMW dealership here. We've got a big showroom with 6 cars in the front and a full service department with an alignment machine, tire machine, and 3 full-time technicians. And we service what we sell here in Sarasota. A little bit more about the dealership. Don't want to bore you. Quickly, I'll tell you that we do are voted so far, last 6 years in a row, #1 independent dealer in the Sarasota Herald Tribune, which is one of the only newspapers in town, and the major newspaper, as the People's Choice Award for the best dealership to do business with. We stand behind what we sell. Most of them are very low miles, like this car, under factory warranty, and if there's any thing that requires maintenance or any kind of servicing, we take care of it before we ship the car out. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and end the video. I'll just give you my contact information. Again, my name is Dan. My phone number is 941-915-7637. I don't think you'll be disappointed with this car at all. It's like buying a new car, really. So thanks for watching the video. If I left anything out, please don't be afraid to give me a call at the number I've just given you. Thank you so much.